For this session, we're going to be getting into the hips, the hamstrings, the low back, a nice warm up and stretch. You're going to need a chair, and if your hamstrings are tight, you also may want a strap or a belt or a towel. Now, we'll set our strap aside. We also want to make sure that we're going to be stable on the floor, so you can be in bare feet or maybe tennis shoes so you don't slide. We're going to start, pull belly up and in, tuck the tailbone, and we're going to take a big step forward with one leg, coming into a lunge stretch. Now please use that chair for balance if you need to. We tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in. Big breath in here, and as we exhale, we're going to pull the belly in and step it back. We go to the second side, adjusting the feet as need be. Tuck tailbone, pull belly in. The low back should be feeling long here. The stretch is down the front hip flexor. Let's pull that belly in on the exhale and step it back. We go forward again, building a little heat in the body. That back leg is stretching long, so you'll feel as you engage the back leg, you also get more stretch down the hip flexor. Find that exhale, pull belly in, and we step it back. One more time, here we go. Step it forward. We stretch the spine tall, pull the belly in. On the exhale, step it back. Now we're going to reverse that motion and come forward a bit, and then we step back into our lunge. Nice controlled movement, and here again, if you need your hand on the chair, use your hand for balance. Good. We're going to stretch it tall, pull the belly in, engage back leg, and step it forward. We switch. Step it back. Good. Again, if you need to adjust feet, you adjust feet. We energize, pushing through both legs as we sink the hips low. Good. Here we go. Step it forward, pull belly in, and step it back, building a little heat in the body. We're going to stay here. So checking in on all our elements. Back leg is reaching long, back heel stretches behind, belly pulling up and in, spine is tall, and we tuck that tailbone to protect the low back. And now we want to make sure we're breathing, right? Nice big inhale, exhale, sink the hips down. Feeling a nice deep stretch through the hip flexor, but making sure we're never moving into pain. Good, one last big inhale here. On the exhale, we pull belly in, engage the legs, and step it forward. Other side. With control, pull belly in, send that leg back. Good, use the chair for balance if you need it. We pull belly in, we sink it low. We find our breath. It's so important to stretch out these hip flexors, especially if we're sitting all day long. When that happens, the hip flexors get quite tight and they pull on the lower back. They pull on the pelvis, and that can cause low back pain and eventually more serious conditions like degenerative discs and bulging discs. Good, let's take one more big inhale here. Good, exhale, pull belly in, and we step it forward. Very nice. Let's go ahead and have a seat in the chair. You should be feeling a little warm in the legs now. We don't need the strap quite yet, so you can set it aside. We're going to take ankle over knee. So just coming into this sitting position. If you have a hard time sitting on the floor comfortably in a cross-legged position, this is a great one for you to get this external rotation of the hip happening. This may already be quite a stretch for you. And if that's good, we're just going to breathe here. If you want to accentuate the stretch a little bit, we're going to take hand to knee and the other hand to the foot. And you can just figure out how you like to touch the foot. And we're going to have a slight push-pull action. So I'm pulling up on the foot and I'm pushing down on the knee. And we're going to slowly just move that knee and foot back and forth, pushing and pulling. And we're going to slow down the breath. It's really important that we make these motions slow so that the nervous system doesn't contract the muscles. Good. And this may be feeling like enough for you. And it's okay, if your knee's all the way up here, no problem. If this is feeling good to you, we're going to add in a slight twist. So as we push and pull, we'll twist, keeping the spine long, and look all the way over the shoulder. Big inhale, and we exhale back to center, release your push-pull. And then we go to the other side. We push and pull, Big inhale, we twist. I want you to think again about that belly pulling gently up and in. The low back should feel long. Big inhale here. Exhale to center. One more time on each side. We push, pull, find the inhale, twist. Exhaling, continuing growing the spine to the ceiling as the shoulders drop down. One last big inhale here. And exhale, release it back to center. One more time, other side. Push and pull and twist. We just check in with the shoulders, make sure that they're relaxing down the back. Big inhale, stretching spine long, creating space in between the vertebrae. And exhale it back to center. Very nice. Let's set that leg down to the ground and work our second side. So we have ankle over knee. And again, this is a beautiful place to be right here, if this is enough stretch for you. Or we go ahead, hand to foot, hand to knee, gentle push pulls. And we slow the breath down once again. Coordinating the movement with the breath. What feels natural to you. We just want to make sure that we're keeping everything relaxed and slow. Good, let's add on our rotations if that feels good to you. So as we push and pull, we're going to extend the spine, inhale and exhale to our twist. And we make sure the lower back feels good. Big inhale, we return to center. And we find our twist on the other side. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. Good, big breath in, return back to center. One more time each side. We concentrate our spinal twist into the upper part of the spine. The low back is made to be stable and strong. It has only about 12 or 13 degrees of rotation there. So we're never forcing through the low back, just a gentle stretch here, and that push down on the knee kind of helps accentuate that stretch. Let's return back to center, find our inhale, stretch it up, and exhale to the last side. Checking in with shoulders. Yes, the arms are working, but the shoulders can relax down the back. Big inhale here, and exhale to center. Good, let's switch the legs. Cross ankle over knee. We have one more. We're going to take both hands to the knee and push it down. So here we can start inhaling, spine long. If that feels like it's enough for you, you stay right here, or we're going to exhale and begin to come into a forward fold over that knee. So oftentimes we forward fold straight, we're going to forward fold now directly over the knee. And you could be on forearms here on your knee, or potentially dropping hands all the way to the ground or to blocks or another chair, and having your chest come to the knee. So wherever you are, we're going to breathe here, really stretching into the external rotation of the hip. This is going to be able to help you sit on the ground more comfortably in that cross-legged position and getting the knees out of the armpit, keeping the spine long. Good, we have a big breath in here. Exhale, release the tension and let it go. Maybe you come a little deeper into your stretch. And on your next exhale, we're going to pull the belly in and gently roll the spine up and come to the other side. Good, hands to knee, and we gently push the knee away. At the same time, we're lengthening spine. Big inhale. If it's available to you, we start to come forward over the knee. Maybe coming to forearms, maybe hands all the way to the ground or to blocks or supports here. And we notice the difference between the two sides. So if you have one side that's tighter, we need to spend longer on that side stretching. And these are great stretches for you to do throughout the workday. While you've been sitting for a while, it's good to stretch on the hips. Now do be careful if you don't want to go too deep into a stretch if your muscles are quite cold. So you could do some lunges to have some warm up, get some blood flowing, and then come into one of the stretches. Big inhale and exhale, releasing the tension from your body. We'll come into one last final breath here. And then we pull the belly in and roll it up. All right, we have one last stretch today. And this one you may need your strap or your towel or what have you. First things first, we're going to lengthen the spine. So notice what a straight spine feels like. And then we're going to reach down and we're going to grab our knee and just hug it in. So this may be enough for you already. We want to make sure that when we're in this position that the spine is not rounded back, but it's lifting up and we're squeezing knee into chest. Good. This is another nice one. It may have a nice stretch to your hamstring, or it may be more gentle. Yeah. If you're ready to move on, we're going to take hold of the foot. Left hand and right hand scooping bottom of the foot. Now here, if you're wearing shoes, you could just use your strap so that you're not touching your bottoms of your shoes. If this feels good to you, we're going to begin to lift the foot up. Now, here's where a strap may come in handy for you. We hook the strap on our foot and then we pull knee into chest. And we're thinking again about long spine. So we're finding the stretch that works for you. And once you're there, we take the round out of the back and we pull knee to chest and chest to knee. If that feels good to you, maybe you start to lengthen the leg, but this is not necessary. You can come into this bent knee, you can come into straight leg, whatever feels good for you. The main thing is the chest is lifted. We find some deep breaths here. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch, noticing that it can feel, a stretch can feel intense, but we're never moving into sharp pain. Big inhale, and then we exhale, slowly release the foot down all the way to the floor, and we're gonna help the leg down all the way. Here we go, we go into the other side. Lift through the chest, pull the belly in, and we begin to bring knee to chest. And just noticing if this is a good one for you, right? It's a great stretch, super easy to do throughout your workday. If that's available to you, we go ahead and begin to hang on to the foot. And again, we pull chest to knee and knee to chest. And if that is working for you, we can come with foot up. Strap or no strap. Yeah. Remembering it's your body, every body is different, so you find the stretch that works for you. The main thing with this sequence is we want the chest lifted, the spine tall. Good. And then maybe we begin to come into an extension, only if it feels good to you, right? It does not matter if your knee is halfway bent or all the way straight. What matters is the chest is lifted. And we're stretching out maybe through the calf, through hamstring, through hip. And this back chain here to the leg, when it gets tight, it pulls on the pelvis, which then sends everything kind of out of whack above that. So all these stretches today are not only good for sitting on the floor, it's also good for your low back and decreasing chronic pain, preventing degeneration, and just generally feeling good. Okay, here we go. One last big breath here. And on the exhale, we slowly lower the foot down, help your leg all the way to the floor. And let's just take one last little moment here. Maybe rolling the shoulders down the back, just noticing if you've gained any tension there. Very nice. So these are all excellent stretches that you can do throughout your day, or you can put this together as a sequence as we just did. I hope you enjoy. Let me know how you feel.